Walk into any dealership and ask about performance cars, and they'll immediately try steering you toward the expensive stuff. The Mustang GTs, the Challengers, the BMWs, but here's what most of them won't mention. Sitting right there on the lot, probably gathering dust in the back corner, are cars that'll smoke half the performance lineup for a fraction of the price. The thing is, many dealers simply don't realize what they're actually sitting on. Today we're exposing 6 sleeper cars that dealerships consistently undervalue and undersell. Not because they're trying to hide anything, but because these cars just fly under the radar. Let's get into it. Number 1. Lexus IS 350. Here's the situation. You walk into a used car lot and there's an IS 350 sitting next to an IS 250. To the average salesperson, they might look at both and think, same car, just slightly different engines. But that's not quite the full story. The IS 350 has a 3.5-liter V6 pushing 306 horsepower, hitting 60 in the mid-5-second range with rear-wheel drive and one of the most reliable engines Toyota ever built. This is the 2GR FSE engine, the same basic platform that powers everything from Camrys to Lotus Evoris. It's bulletproof. But here's the best part. These typically get priced like regular luxury commuter cars. You can find clean examples for $12,000 to $18,000, and they're often sitting right there without much fanfare. They see Lexus and think reliable luxury sedan, which is true, but it's only part of the story. Meanwhile, the enthusiast community knows. Lightweight, perfect balance, rear-wheel drive dynamics, and a platform that responds incredibly well to mods. But because it doesn't have a turbo badge or say M or AMG anywhere, it often gets grouped with regular used Lexus sedans. If you've owned an IS 350, let me know in the comments what you think I missed about this car. But that Japanese sleeper is just the beginning. Wait until you see what Ford disguised as a family hauler. Number 2. Ford Flex EcoBoost. The Ford Flex might be the most underrated sleeper on this entire list, and it's specifically because of how it looks. Picture this. You're at a stoplight, and next to you is what appears to be a vintage refrigerator on wheels. Boxy. Weird. Definitely someone's mom's car, right? Then the light turns green and that mom's car pulls away hard because it's packing a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, making 365 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. The Flex EcoBoost will hit 60 in under 6 seconds and run low 14 seconds in the quarter-mile bone stock. That's genuinely quick for something that looks like a family hauler. And this is where things get interesting for buyers. I've seen these listed at dealerships for $15,000 to $20,000, marketed as great family vehicles and lots of cargo space, which sure they are. But the performance aspect often goes completely unmentioned in the listings. The best part? Because it looks so, let's say, unique, demand is relatively low. That means better prices for buyers who know what they're looking at. You're getting legitimately quick acceleration in a package that looks like it should be dropping kids off at soccer practice. Plus, it's a Ford. Parts are cheap, the EcoBoost platform is well documented. And if you want to go deeper into mods, the tuning community has already figured out how to push these well past 400 horsepower. Number 3. Chevy SS. When this car was new, it presented a real challenge for Chevy dealers. They'd walk past it on the lot, see what looked like a slightly aggressive Malibu, and struggle to communicate its value at $45,000. Here's why. Because under that boring exterior is an LS3 V8 making 415 horsepower, a proper 6-speed manual option, rear-wheel drive, magnetic ride suspension, and Brembo brakes. It's a 4-door Corvette in a sedan body. Chevy literally took the Holden Commodore from Australia, slapped a bow tie on it, and called it a day. And it was a tough sell. The understated styling didn't help. Sales were slow. Chevy only sold about 12,000 of them total across 4 model years because the market just didn't connect with what it was. Fast forward to today, and you can find these in the mid-$30,000 to low $40,000, with clean low-mileage examples pushing $50,000 or more. These are actually holding their value better than most sedans because the people who know what they are aren't letting them go cheap. You'll still see these listed alongside Impalas and Malibus in some lots, with descriptions that don't really emphasize the performance credentials. But for buyers who do their research, it's an LS3 V8 in a practical sedan body with a manual transmission option. If you think the SS is overrated or underrated, let me know below. Now, if you thought American dealers were clueless, wait until you hear what Volvo dealerships are doing. Number 4. Volvo S60/V60 Polestar. Here's a test. Walk into a Volvo dealership and ask about performance cars. I guarantee the salesperson will look at you confused and say something like, Well, they're all very safe. And that's exactly why the S60 and V60 Polestar are some of the most slept-on cars you can buy right now. Polestar, before it became Volvo's EV brand, was their in-house performance division. And the S60 and V60 Polestar models are legitimately insane. Now, there were two generations of these, the 2015 to 2016, inline-six models with 345 horsepower, and then the 2017 and up four-cylinder turbos. The 2017 Plus models are the ones you want to hunt for. These later Polestars pack 362 horsepower, 347 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive, Öhlins suspension, Brembo brakes, and a chassis tune that was developed on the Nürburgring. This car will hit 60 in under 4.7 seconds, handle like it's on rails, and still fit a family of four comfortably. It's a legitimate BMW M3 competitor, but the Volvo badge means it often gets overlooked in the performance sedan conversation. You can find these for $25,000 to $35,000 right now, and most listings just say, low miles, well-maintained, Volvo reliability. The performance credentials often go unmentioned. And honestly, that works out great for informed buyers. Because for anyone who actually knows what these are, you're getting a 362 horsepower all-wheel drive performance sedan for the price of a base model 3 Series. The Polestar is a personal favorite of mine, and it's criminal how undervalued these are. Number 5. Kia Stinger GT. Let's address the elephant in the room. Kia has a badge perception issue in the market, and that affects resale values. The Stinger GT is one of the best performance sedans of the last decade. It was developed by Albert Biermann, the guy who used to run BMW M division. It has a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6, making 365 horsepower, launches to 60 in 4.6 seconds, and handles better than it has any right to. But it's a Kia, and that badge affects how the market values it. I've watched Stinger GTs sit on dealer lots for months, with prices gradually coming down, because buyer perception is tough to overcome. Many shoppers simply walk right past them. Right now, you can get a 2018 to 2020 Stinger GT in the low to mid $20,000. That's twin-turbo V6 power, luxury interior, and genuinely impressive handling dynamics for the price of a used Accord. The market knows it's a good car, but convincing mainstream buyers has been challenging. And if you can look past the badge, you're getting an absolute steal. Here's the thing. In 5 years, people are going to look back and realize the Stinger was massively underrated. But right now, today, it's priced well below its performance potential. Number 6. Genesis G73.3T. And if you thought the Stinger had a badge problem, let me introduce you to its twin, the Genesis G73.3T. Same twin-turbo 3.3-liter V6. Same 365 horsepower. Same platform. Slightly different styling, slightly more upscale interior, and somehow even cheaper on the used market. Genesis is Hyundai's luxury brand, and market awareness is still building. The G70 won multiple Car of the Year awards, gets universal praise from journalists, and yet it depreciates significantly because brand recognition is limited. You can find these for $22,000 to $28,000 right now, and many listings focus on just trying to explain what Genesis is as a brand. For enthusiasts, this is perfect. You get a twin-turbo rear-wheel drive sports sedan with a limited slip differential, adaptive suspension, and an interior that rivals BMW. The 3.3T is automatic only, but it's a quick-shifting 8-speed that actually works well with the power delivery. The G70 is basically the Stinger's better-looking, slightly nicer sibling that's still finding its audience. And because of that, it's an absolute bargain. So there you have it. 6 sleeper cars that often get overlooked in the market. Not because there's anything wrong with them, but because they just don't fit the typical performance car image. The common thread here? These are all legitimately great performance cars that fly under the radar because of badges, styling, or market perception. And if you know what to look for, you can get supercar performance for economy car prices. The used car market right now is full of these opportunities. You just have to know where to look and what the market undervalues. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. I've got more sleeper car lists, buying guides, and automotive deep dives coming your way. And let me know in the comments, which of these cars surprised you the most? Or better yet, what sleeper car do you think I missed? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.